It's no secret that the original Legacy of Goku had its major flaws. But how was the second game in the franchise? Well, from the very first moments, the Legacy of Goku II is a massive upgrade over the first game, and in every way you can imagine at that. There's more playable characters, better combat, actual transformations. Yeah, they went all out. So let's break down what makes this little GBA game so special. From the revamped gameplay, story additions, to the side quests, soundtrack, and everything in between. Now, before we get into the meat of this game, let's rewind to where we were in the early 2000s first. The first Legacy of Goku dropped in 2002, and yeah, we were hyped. I mean, Goku on the GBA in an RPG. How could that go wrong? Well, turns out pretty easily. The original game was short. It was janky, full of clunky side quests, and you couldn't even play as Super Saiyan Goku until the last 2 minutes of the game. I mean, come on, what a tease that was. We finally got that iconic transformation, only for it to disappear almost immediately. It left a lot of us hungry. Hungry for something better. Still, there was potential. Webfoot Technologies, the small studio behind both of these games, clearly had passion. And with Legacy of Goku 2, they went from budget bin license game to must-have handheld RPG. Released in North America on June 17, 2003, the sequel hit shelves right when the English dub of Dragon Ball Z was deep in the midst of the Majin Buu saga. But this game, well, this game focuses on the arc that came before that. You start with Trunks warning everyone about the androids, and you end the game with Gohan taking on Cell to save the universe. And here's the best part. The story doesn't just unfold through Goku's eyes anymore. This time you actually follow the events from multiple perspectives. Gohan, Piccolo, Trunks, Vegeta, not just Goku's. That shift alone makes the narrative feel way more complete. It gives the story time to breathe, and it lets us experience the full story arc, not just the parts where Goku was present. Now, Legacy of Goku 2 starts strong. I mean really strong. There's no slow intro, no walking around Kami House looking for Roshi's magazines. Nope. This time, it throws you right into the action. You start out as future Trunks arriving to ruin Frieza's day. It's like the dev team stepped up their game and cut straight to the parts that actually mattered this time. From there, it faithfully adapts the Android and Cell sagas, covering everything from the mysterious appearance of Trunks, to the rise of the androids, and the introduction of Cell, and the eventual final showdown at the Cell games. And it's all done with way better dialogue and detail, better than what you'd expect on the GBA. It even included decent side quests this time around, and a new mechanic that was straight out of Metroid Prime. Yep, this game added a living bestiary and character profile archive that you update and fill out by using an in-game scouter. You have to scan everything and everyone, and I mean everyone. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Mr. Satan. And speaking of Mr. Satan, one of the coolest post-game secrets in this game, you can actually unlock Mr. Satan as a playable character, but you'll need to do a bit of work to get to him. After beating the game, if you level up Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku, all to level 50, and collect their unique character trophies that are hidden behind special gates, you'll unlock Mr. Satan. He doesn't play like the Z Fighters. He's quite a bit slower, can't use key attacks, and his punches are pretty weak. But that's kind of the point though. He's more of a joke character, and a pretty funny one at that. But here's the real kicker. If you level Mr. Satan himself up to level 50, you can access a hidden alternate ending for the game. In West City, there's a special building, and it's marked ZZTV, and it has a level 50 door. If you go there as Mr. Satan, you'll trigger a cutscene where he takes full credit for defeating Cell, complete with cheering fans and a media celebration. It's the kind of goofy reward that perfectly fits with his character. and it's one of the best little secrets this game has to offer. Okay, let's talk mechanics. Because Legacy of Goku 2 didn't just tweak the formula of the first game, it completely overhauled it. Each of the new playable characters had their own unique stats, abilities, and playstyles. It wasn't like the first game, where you kind of just ran around as Goku spamming energy blasts at wolves and dinosaurs. Here, your choice of character actually mattered. The game felt bigger, more varied, and more like a proper Dragon Ball Z adventure instead of just the Goku-only highlight reel the first game was. The 3 core stats in this game are Strength, Power, and Endurance. Strength affects your melee attacks, Power boosts your ki-based moves, and Endurance determines how much health you gain and how much damage you take. Every character levels up at their own pace, and their stats grow differently. And here's the cool part. It's not just stat fluff either. Some areas of the game are character locked, meaning you'll need to level up everyone at least a little to explore or fully progress through certain quests. You can't just main Goku and brute force your way through everything this game has to offer. Each character brings something to the table, and switching between them is a big part of what makes this game feel like a proper RPG-style Metroidvania. It was really a massive step up from the lowly beginnings of the very first game. The sprite work in this game? Gorgeous. Legacy of Goku 2 managed to capture Toriyama's designs in a GBA-friendly style, with colorful environments and character portraits that were a much-needed step up from the first game. Gone are the empty, flat tiles of the first one, replaced with vibrant cities, lush forests, rocky wastelands that all feel like places, not just cardboard cutouts this time. Capsule Corp is full of life, the wilderness zones are packed with wildlife, destructible objects, atmospheric touches. Even little things like the color grading of each of the biomes makes areas feel distinct. Compared to the drab pixels of the first Legacy of Goku, this was a transformation worthy of a proud prince. One little funny detail about this game though, Gohan never actually picks up his Piccolo-inspired gi in this game. He goes on to fight Cell at the Cell games using the Saiyan armor he wore while training with his dad. It's a weird little detail, but a fun and interesting fact, I think. Now musically, it leaned heavily on the Falconer-inspired synths of the Funimation dub. Battle themes pumped you up, overworld tracks matched the vibe of every region, from West City to the wilderness. It was surprisingly immersive for a handheld soundtrack. They truly captured the magic of the GBA sound chip, and they ran with it. The overworld in this game wasn't just filler, it was alive. Cities, wilderness, caves, even Namekian villages. There were locked gates, destructible barriers, secret caves, and reasons to backtrack. They also introduced flight pads and overworld flying segments that let you travel the world map yourself. This was a big upgrade from how closed off and linear the first game was. They also made flying actually fun in this game compared to the first. Traversing the map is an absolute delight. And the side quest, rescuing Namekians, finding golden capsules, and helping NPCs were fun distractions that added personality to the world. You didn't have to do them, but they gave the game more flavor and helped flesh out the DBZ world. They were also a lot more on theme for DBZ as a whole, instead of feeling like cookie-cutter content that was swiped from a generic RPG. While the game mostly sticks to the plot, there were a few tweaks. Some of the dialogue was trimmed, some of the events condensed, and a few things were changed to match the Funimation dub. So, even though I said Mr. Satan earlier, instead you're going to be getting Hercule in this game. There's even an attempt to work in content from the DBZ movies this time around, with Cooler making an appearance. He's an optional boss, but overall, the spirit of the show was intact in this one. The Japanese version, which is titled The Legacy of Goku II International, had a few tweaks of their own. They updated the portraits, the original Japanese names were added back in, and slight localization differences. But they kept the Funimation soundtrack, making it one of the weirdest little culture exchanges ever. Legacy of Goku 2 reviewed well, like shockingly well for a licensed handheld title. Critics and fans agree. This was a massive leap from the first game. It sold well enough to greenlight Boo's Fury, which continued the momentum and refined things even more. For many fans, this was the definitive portable Dragon Ball experience. They captured the adventure, gave us real RPG mechanics this time, and respected the source material while making smart changes for gameplay. It proved that licensed anime games didn't have to suck. Looking back, Legacy of Goku 2 wasn't just a better sequel. It was a childhood-defining RPG. It respected the player, gave us real progression, meaningful transformations, and a game world that felt open and alive. It's the kind of glow-up I wish more sequels managed to pull off. It's easily one of my favorite Dragon Ball games of all time, and I still find myself coming back to it every couple of years. It takes me right back to being a teenager, racing home to catch DBZ on Toonami and getting hyped up all over again. For a game that's now over 20 years old, it holds up surprisingly well. Whether you're a longtime fan, or just looking for a bite-sized action RPG on the go, it's still a fun, rewarding experience. So if you've never played it, or if it's just been a while, I highly recommend giving it another shot. Legacy of Goku II absolutely knocked it out of the park. This is what a sequel should be. Anyways, that's my take on the Legacy of Goku II. If you made it this far, I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again next time.